Scarface, 1983. Tony Montana's gritty rise begins not in Miami, but surprisingly in downtown Los Angeles. El Paraíso, the restaurant where he worked as a dishwasher, was located at 375 East 2nd Street. And right across the street was Little Havana, fueling Tony's megalomania in all its neon glory. Though the area has changed, fans still hunt down this piece of Scarface history. Back to the Future, 1985. This Gothic landmark was the location of the Enchantment Under the Sea dance, where Marty McFly played that unforgettable rendition of Johnny B. Goode. Still a functioning church today, it also doubles as a film location favorite for its dramatic aesthetic. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, 1971. The exterior of the world's most famous chocolate factory was actually the gasworks of Stadtwerke München. Located in Munich, this industrial site brought an eerie realism to the magical world inside. Though no longer a factory, the building remained standing and instantly recognizable to fans of golden tickets and Oompa Loompas. Saturday Night Fever, 1977. Tony Manero's iconic strut down 86th Street set the tone for the disco classic. This real Brooklyn street served as the opening credits runway with the Bee Gees blaring in the background. Today, while some storefronts have changed, the neighborhood is still staying alive, and fans still visit to relive Tony's walk. The Breakfast Club, 1985. The high school that brought 5 unlikely students together in the Breakfast Club was actually a defunct school, Maine North High in Des Plaines. Though closed in 1981, it briefly reopened its doors to become the iconic Shermer High. Today, it houses offices for the Illinois State Police. When Harry Met Sally, 1989. I'll have what she's having. That unforgettable line from When Harry Met Sally was delivered in none other than Katz's Delicatessen on the Lower East Side. The deli remains nearly unchanged, proudly displaying a sign above the very table where Meg Ryan made movie history. Breakfast at Tiffany's, 1961. Beside the glittering windows of Tiffany & Company, Holly Golightly had a croissant and a coffee. The famous jewelry store was a key setting for the film, representing Holly's aspirations for wealth and glamour. In the movie, Holly's early morning window shopping scene has become one of the most beloved moments in cinematic history. Rebel Without a Cause, 1955. A symbol of teenage rebellion and existential angst, the Griffith Observatory was the stage for James Dean's most iconic scenes in Rebel Without a Cause. It wasn't just a set, it was a character. Today, it remains a fully functioning observatory and one of LA's most visited landmarks, honoring Dean with a statue out front. Forrest Gump, 1994. This stadium stood in for the University of Alabama's football field. It's here where Forrest, played by Tom Hanks, returns kicks under the legendary coach Bear Bryant. The real stadium is Weingart Stadium at East LA College, still used for college football, but now with a bit of Hollywood legacy under the AstroTurf. Ghostbusters, 1984. The Ghostbusters headquarters is actually Hook and Ladder Company 8, a real working firehouse in Tribeca. It's become a cult landmark since its movie appearance. The firehouse still operates today, complete with a Ghostbusters logo painted inside and a sidewalk plaque celebrating its cinematic fame. The Shining, 1980. Used as the exterior for the ominous Overlook Hotel in The Shining, the Timberline Lodge sits quietly on Oregon's Mount Hood. While the interiors were shot elsewhere, its facade became forever linked to psychological horror. Today, the lodge welcomes tourists, but don't expect to find room 237. Out of superstition, the hotel deliberately skipped that number. The Exorcist, 1973. This quiet, ivy-covered house was the scene of the most terrifying possession in film history. Just steps away lie the steep, narrow Exorcist steps. Home Alone, 1990. Located at 671 Lincoln Avenue, this seemingly ordinary home became booby-trapped legend in Home Alone. Kevin McAllister's holiday antics turned the house into pop culture gold. The private residence still stands, barely changed, and draws fans year-round, especially during the holidays. Stand By Me, 1986. The boys' terrifying dash across the railroad bridge was filmed at Lake Britton Bridge in Northern California. Though the tracks are no longer active, the bridge remains, evoking that nostalgic blend of danger and coming-of-age adventure. Top Gun, 1986. Great balls of fire! The sing-along piano scene was filmed inside Kansas City Barbecue near San Diego's Seaport Village. After a fire in 2008, the bar was restored and still embraces its maverick-fueled fame with memorabilia and a piano that dares you to channel Goose's spirit. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, 1966. The legendary final standoff was shot in Sad Hill Cemetery, a set built in the Burgos region of Spain. Left to decay, fans later restored the circular graveyard in 2015. Today, it's a pilgrimage site for spaghetti western enthusiasts. Rocky, 1976. Few movie moments are more iconic than film's most resilient slugger charging up the steps of the Philadelphia Museum of Art. The steps are now known as the Rocky Steps, and a statue of Stallone stands nearby, drawing fans who still raise their fists in victory at the top. Grease, 1978. The thunderous car race took place in the concrete-lined Los Angeles River. This unique urban landscape has hosted many films, but none more grease-lightning than Danny and Kinnicky's Race for Pinks. The river basin remains accessible, but driving your car like greased lightning might get you in trouble nowadays. Batman, 1989. Nebworth House played Wayne Manor in Tim Burton's Batman. With its dramatic Gothic facade, the estate gave Bruce Wayne the gravitas of old money and old secrets. Still privately owned, the house is open to visitors and has appeared in The Crown, The King's Speech, and Stardust. The Karate Kid, 1984. Tucked into a quiet neighborhood at 20,924 Galt Street in Canoga Park, this home served as Mr. Miyagi's peaceful sanctuary. The Karate Kid used it for several heartfelt scenes between Daniel and his mentor. Though the original structure was demolished in the late 80s, the lot remains a landmark to fans as devoted as Daniel San was to his mentor. Star Wars 4, 1977. Luke Skywalker's humble beginnings on Tatooine were filmed in the real-life desert of Chott El Djerid in Tunisia. The domed structure used for the Lars homestead still stands, weathered but intact, serving as a surreal, real-world relic from A New Hope. The inside of the home is actually 250 miles away and is now a hotel called Sidi Driss, catering to us Earthlings who want to live like Luke Skywalker. E.T. Steven Spielberg chose this quiet suburban home for Elliot and E.T.'s unforgettable bond. Located in Tujunga, The home at 7121 Lonzo Street still stands, looking almost exactly as it did in E.T., making it a must-visit for nostalgic fans and alien believers alike. Raiders of the Lost Ark. That iconic opening chase, complete with the rolling boulder, was filmed in the lush Hulea Wildlife Refuge on Kauai. Raiders of the Lost Ark opened with a bang, literally, and this jungle location set the tone. Though off-limits to tourists, its jungle trails remain a hidden gem for the Indiana Jones faithful. Jaws, 1975. Spielberg turned the peaceful Martha's Vineyard into the fictional Amity Island for Jaws. From the beach scenes to the town docks, the entire island played host to the horror that changed summer movies forever. Today, it's a popular filming location tour stop. Just watch the water. The Godfather, 1972. The pivotal moment when Michael Corleone murders Sollozzo and McCluskey took place in a now-defunct spot, the Old Luna restaurant in the Bronx. Though the building on White Plains Road has changed hands, the scene marked a turning point in the soon-to-be mob boss's life in The Godfather and in cinema itself. Taxi Driver, 1976. Travis Bickle's misguided attempt at a romantic date brings him and Betsy to the Lyric Theater, then an actual adult cinema in Times Square. Located at 214 West 43rd Street, the theater has since been transformed into a family-friendly venue for Broadway productions. The seedy 70s aura? Gone, but forever captured on film. Blade Runner, 1982. The eerie, futuristic home of J.F. Sebastian in Blade Runner is actually the historic Bradbury Building in downtown L.A. Built in 1893, its iron staircases and skylit atrium gave Ridley Scott the perfect dystopian backdrop. Today, it's a fully restored architectural landmark, open to the public and film buffs alike. Beetlejuice, 1988. The White Building featured as Miss Shannon's School for Girls. The boarding school where Lydia Dietz is supposedly enrolled was filmed in the real town of East Corinth, Vermont. This charming village stood in for the eerie little town of Winter River. And, would you believe it, today East Corinth still feels like you could stumble upon Beetlejuice himself lurking in the shadows. Planet of the Apes, 1968. The shocking climax of Planet of the Apes, where Charlton Heston discovers the ruins of the Statue of Liberty, was not filmed on Liberty Island, but on Malibu's Cliffside Drive. Though the statue was just a prop, the beach still offers that haunting, isolated feel. It's one of cinema's most jaw-dropping reveals, rooted in California coast. Die Hard, 1988. Welcome to the party, pal. Fox Plaza in Century City was transformed into Nakatomi Plaza for Die Hard. Bruce Willis's high-stakes standoff with Hans Gruber played out across the real building's floors. Today, it's still an active office building, but forever linked with Christmas chaos and glass-shattering action. Terminator, 1991. The Cyberdine Systems headquarters in Terminator 2 was actually a Fremont office building. It's here where the mission to stop Judgment Day intensifies. Though the building looks modern and techy, it's just a regular office park today, with no Skynet in sight. Yet. RoboCop, 1987. Though set in dystopian Detroit, RoboCop filmed many key scenes in Dallas. The OCP headquarters were actually Dallas City Hall, chosen for its sharp, futuristic look. Today, it's still a civic building, and a must-see for fans of gritty sci-fi justice. Child's Play, 1988. Playland Toys, the site of Chucky's Rampage and Child's Play, was located at 418 South Wabash in Chicago. Though the toy store was fictional, the eerie exterior still chills horror fans walking by today. The building remains standing, largely unaltered, but its legacy? Permanently haunted. White Men Can't Jump, 1992. The iconic hookshot scene from White Men Can't Jump was filmed at street courts nestled between East 5th and Wall in LA's Skid Row. These urban courts gave the film its authentic edge. Edward Scissorhands, 1990. Tim Burton created a surreal pastel suburb for Edward Scissorhands, filming in Lutz, Florida. The Boggs family home at 1774 Tinsmith Circle still stands, painted over and more ordinary now, but unmistakably Burton-esque for those in the know. The neighborhood is fully residential, but still a pilgrimage site for fans of Edward's tragic tale.